What's up guys, and welcome back to the channel. In today's video I want to talk about some of the FAQs that you guys were asking yesterday. Now what a day it was yesterday. It was such a huge day for the whole community, even for my channel and for Roland. So I want to say a huge thanks to everyone that subscribed yesterday. I think I had over 100 new subscribers, so welcome everyone to the channel. And yeah, I got a ton of questions yesterday. I spent pretty much all day answering your questions about this new device that was on Instagram comments, Instagram direct messages, YouTube messages, Twitter. So it was just an unreal day and I was trying to help as much as I could. Obviously I'm still getting to know this brand new unit, and with the help of PJ at Roland, big shout out to PJ, I know you're watching, I'm slowly managing to answer these questions for you guys. So what I wanted to do today is kind of go over all the key questions I was asked yesterday and try and give you guys as much information as I can on these topics. So the first thing that I want to mention about is the release date. Now, Roland's stance on this is basically you need to check with your local Roland retailer. So wherever it is near to you that sells Roland products, whether it's a music shop, probably a music shop, go and check with them, see when they're going to be getting these devices in, if they're going to be getting them in, and they should be able to give you the best idea of when they're expecting them. Obviously Roland's distributing these all over the world, so they probably don't know for everyone where these are going. So yeah, the best thing to do is go and have a look in your local music shop, in your local town centre or city centre, wherever's most convenient for you. Go and check those stores and ask them when they're expecting this product in, this amazing new update from Roland. The next thing that I've been asked a lot is the price of these devices. So from what I can see on the internet, these are retailing at $499 in America, and I found them in the UK for £439. So that's quite a good exchange rate because usually we're paying the same in pounds that you guys are in dollars. In terms of actually purchasing them, now I had quite a few questions saying how the hell have you already got one of these? I did get hooked up with Roland with this product. That's the reason why I've got one. I was sent it to get a feel for it and see what it was like, so that I could start doing videos straight away as soon as it was announced, like it was yesterday. So that's how I've got mine. I've not purchased mine from any sort of secret place. US wise, there's two shops that I've seen mentioned the most. Now obviously I don't live in the US, so I'm not very familiar with these outlets, but Sweetwater I think is one, and Guitar Center. I'll put links to both of those below. And in the UK I found a couple of places that are already selling them online. Now obviously these are pre-orders at the moment, these aren't going to get shipped for a couple of months. So on the UK sites that I found, it's saying 1 to 2 months expected delivery, which is really good news because other places I've read it's kind of saying New Year, February kind of time. And I think it's the kind of same situation for the US as well. So you're looking at kind of 1 to 2 months wait, but people are taking pre-orders now. So just hop on Google and search SP404 MK2 and you should be able to find retailers in the shopping section. Like I said, I've left the links below so you guys can go and check those out, and hopefully that helps you out because I was getting so many people asking about release date and where you can get them from and price. So hopefully that covers that up for you guys, and now you kind of know what the situation is with that. Obviously I'm not Roland, I'm not the people behind the manufacturing of this, I'm just a YouTube channel, so that's as much information as I've got about that at the moment. Okay, one of the big questions about this unit that I'm getting is the polyphony with resampling. Now, if you've got an SP404SX or an A, you'll know the heartache and the pain of resampling away and then it cuts out and stops resampling because you've reached your polyphony limit. Now, on those two devices, they're obviously the same. The polyphony limit is so low, I think it's 2 samples for stereo and 4 for mono. Really good news for this, guys. This device is just insane. It's basically unlimited. It's 32 voices polyphony, and that's across every single mode that applies to. So I assume that's resampling on the pattern mode. And yeah, I've tried this. I've tried to make this thing cut out when I'm resampling, and I just can't when you're inside one bank. I've hit every single pad, resampling onto another pad, listen to it back, and it's absolutely fine. So really good news on the resampling. I know a lot of you guys out there make beats using resample, so you basically haven't got anything to worry about now. You can just crack on and start making those loops and not have any limits whatsoever. Brilliant news, and another masterstroke from Roland on this product, I think. Okay, the next question that I got quite a lot was, does this thing still have an SD card? Well, yes it does. It's on the side here. I hope you can see this. I'll try and put it into the light so you guys can see it. There's an SD card slot at the side, so it has moved from the bottom, it's around the side now. The limit is 32 gig, again, I've been told by Roland, but this device is slightly different in the way that it works. It's got 16 gig internal memory, And what this means is it's got super fast boot up time, it's got super fast sample processing and chopping, because it's all being done in this internal hard drive. And basically the SD card is just there for a sort of additional piece of storage. So you can take stuff out of that and put it in the internal memory. You can take stuff out of the internal memory and put it onto the SD card. But once stuff is in the unit, it's in the internal HD. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. Basically, it's just kind of like carrying around an additional storage unit where you can transfer things between, having this in there. So that is a bit of a different setup to what we're used to, but yeah, I mean, it's much better having the internal memory because it's a lot faster for doing all the processing that we need to do. Okay, another question I'm getting asked about is the internal mic. Is there an internal mic on this device? Unfortunately, the internal mic has gone, which is a shame. I used to use that quite a lot for making little voice notes about my beats. So if I was in the middle of a beat, maybe I'd like speak in the tempo or the order of the pads that I was playing, and I'd save that onto one of the pads in the bank, so then when I came back to the beat later, I'd know exactly what to do. And also it was quite good for getting little field recordings, and if you're on batteries, you could record anything when you're out and about, which is really, really cool. But the one good thing about this is it does have the jack input, so don't forget that, guys. And microphones, like cardioid microphones, I think that's the right way to say it, just a basic vocal microphone basically. They're super cheap these days to buy. I know they're not quite as inconspicuous as just having a little built-in mic. You do have to hold a mic, or you might have to put it inside your coat or something like that. But a microphone and a cable straight into there, and then you can do exactly the same as you could with the internal mic, and probably to a slightly better standard as well. So yeah, the internal mic has gone, but it's super easy to hook up a microphone to this device, so that is my recommendation. Have a look online. You can usually get them for literally as low as £20 or $20. I know I've bought microphones in the past for kind of £15, £20, and they're still working to this day. I've had those microphones for at least 10 years, I would say. So if you look after them, they do look after themselves. So yeah, a cheap microphone. I'm sure you'll probably be able to get something quite inconspicuous as well, something quite small, and a cable straight into there and you'll be good to go. So yeah, no internal mic unfortunately, but there is a pretty simple workaround. Okay, this is one question I was getting a lot yesterday, and it's pretty difficult to answer. People are saying, should I sell my SX or A now and get this device? Well, it really is up to you guys. I can't decide that for you, unfortunately. It depends on a load of different things, your money situation, wherever you are with all that, and whether you can afford to pick up one of these, whether you want to wait. What I will say about this device, and this is in no way influenced by Roland whatsoever, this opinion, but this is a massive upgrade, guys. The features on this are amazing, and additionally on top of that, people are asking, is this going to be easier to make beats on than an A or an SX? So I assume there's two positions people are in at the moment. They've recently bought an SX or an A, or they've had an SX or an A for a long time and wondering whether to upgrade. And then there's those of you out there that are looking to get into the SP game and you're wondering, should I just pick up one of the legacy units now, the SX or the A, or should I stick it out and wait and get the Mark II? So I'll give you two different answers for that. So we started talking about whether you should sell. Again, like I say, it's personal choice really. If you can afford to just buy this unit outright, I would recommend that, because it's always nice to have more than one SP just for bouncing things to and from and adding effects, and there's all sorts of creative things you can do with that. Definitely holding on to my SX for now. I don't know how much it's going to get used, we'll see. But yeah, I would hold on to it for now if you can. If you do need to raise a few funds in order to afford this, then I don't think you will regret selling an SX or an A in order to buy this. This has got way more features, and leading on to that other question that I'm trying to answer here at the same time, it will make beat making easier. It will make beat making more fun. You've got the mute groups, you've got the chopping and the auto chopping, you've got the sample trimming, you've got envelopes. All these little features that they've added in this release are going to make beat making way more enjoyable and way more easy to do. So I hope that answers those kind of questions. I know it is a difficult one to answer that because I don't know all your individual situations, but I would say if you can get hold of this piece of equipment, I would say do it, because it is a huge upgrade, and I can't see myself going back to the SX and not using this. It would definitely be as a combination, or just not at all. It would just be this unit. So another question I got asked quite a lot is, how do the pads feel? Now the pads are, again, a massive upgrade. They're super nice to play. I'm really loving these now. They're not the same as the SX or the A1s at all. They're kind of like buttons, they kind of trigger, if that makes sense. These don't. These are just pads. They don't trigger, they don't pop up and down. They're solid rubber, and I'll give you a demonstration. I hope this is visible. Probably not, but I hope you can see there that there's not really any give in these buttons whatsoever. They're just solid rubber pads. These three at the side, like I mentioned in my video yesterday, these are clicky like the old ones, but they still feel nicer. But the 16 pads and the sub pad, they are seriously nice to play, and they're much firmer. They just feel a lot better. They feel a lot more like that NPC kind of feel, which we know they're really nice pads. So yeah, a super good upgrade, and the velocity sensitivity on them as well is nice. I mean, I can't complain really for a unit of this size, and with this many features in it now, it really is getting to be a serious piece of gear, this. So yeah, the pads, they're really good. I like them, and they're a massive improvement to the previous version. Okay, another question I got asked a lot: am I now free to make videos about this device? The answer is yes. Roland have in no way, shape or form influenced me on what I want to say about this product. They haven't told me I can only say positive things. They haven't told me I can't say anything negative, so I'm completely free to use this device. But first thoughts are, I'm really struggling to find some negatives on this, and that's an absolutely honest opinion. I think Roland have done a really good job with this release. They've really thought about it a lot more than the release of the A. I think that was a massive sort of... It was a really bad release, I'll be honest, and they've really redeemed themselves with this one. Loads of new features. They've got the unit out to people that actually use the SX to try, like myself. To be honest, my channel wasn't really that established when the A came out, so I wasn't too bothered about that. But yeah, I think they really have made an effort this time to get into the community. I think they've realised how big the 404 community is. I think they've really realised their mistakes from the last release and realised they needed new features. And I think one of the best things is they've obviously really listened to the artists and beat makers out there and put the features in that we wanted, because if you could list all the features that we wanted on this new release, they've ticked so many of them off. The pitching is better, the pads are better, we've got mute groups, we've got sample trimming, we've got visible waveform trimming, we've got auto chop. There's all sorts going on in this device, and it's just an incredible update. So yeah, I am free to make videos about this, and I will be starting tutorials. I know you guys don't even have the unit yet, so it will be a bit premature, but I want to get these videos ready for when you guys sit down with your device for the first time. You can just come straight onto the channel and start watching videos of how to do stuff. There has been more to figure out on this than the SX, and that just comes naturally because there's more features. So I think there will be a lot of stuff that I can show you guys, hopefully, and I'm slowly learning about this and becoming more and more comfortable with it. So hopefully by the time you guys have got this and you start asking me questions when you've actually got it in your hands, I'm just going to be able to be straight there answering questions for you. So that's it really, guys. That's everything I wanted to talk about today. I hope that clears up even more information for you. I know there's so many questions out there that need to be asked at the moment, and I'm slowly getting to them and trying my best to help you guys out. And I'll be obviously releasing more videos so you guys can get an even better idea about this. I really want to show you guys some beat making on it, obviously, so we'll get to that in the next few days or next week. And yeah, I'm so happy with this release, guys. I think it really is a masterstroke from Roland. They've really upped the game. They've reduced the gap between this and the NPC by literal miles, and I think that's really exciting for a unit that's this small. So can't wait to do more content about this. You're probably going to have even more questions on this video, so I'll look out for those in the comments. But honestly, guys, I'm getting overrun with comments at the moment. I can't be spending all my time just answering your questions, so I've got to find some time to make videos for the channel as well, and just actually live and eat. So it is amazing to see your enthusiasm for the product, and yeah, let's just hope as a community we can all just keep helping each other out and learn as much about this product as we can. Don't forget, if you want to support me, I have got a Teespring shop with loads of SP t-shirts in there. There's a link below. There's drum packs down in my description as well. I'd really appreciate it if you can support me by buying any of those things. And the more you do that, the more I can keep doing what I'm doing here. So that would be amazing. And yeah, the 404 Mark II, don't forget to check out my previous video about the new features, and there'll be more detailed videos coming soon. Keep making beats on the devices you've got at the moment, guys, and I'll be back with more content in the next few days. Peace!